So, welcome back. King and Queen of the Ring 2024 is wrapped up.
And
just
it
like
was-
all of the women in Saudi Arabia have to
Yeah. Ashley was asking about that. I'm like, well, they're in the Middle East. So,
Dude, you know, I was actually going to bring this up. I was waiting to talk about this. Didn't even text about it for the podcast, but kind of like a weird thought process of that's, you know, kind of bullshit that they have to do that. But then I was like, is it though? Like, what am I arguing for? That I'm angry that they're not as naked as normal? Like,
well,
are they mad that they're not as naked as normal?
maybe. Yeah, that's a decent point.
Does it let the wrestling shine a little bit better? Maybe.
Maybe.
Was I still hoping that Liv Morgan was going to have her fake nipple rings on her jumpsuit? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we were talking last night, and I was like, Liv has a really cool finisher, the Oblivion.
Yeah.
And I was just like, also, everything Liv does, not only me, but my group of friends will be like, yep, that's awesome. Really, very cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
super awesome. That's the best. Greatest.
Yeah,
Greatest.
Put it on her.
Yeah,
This is the part that's funny, is the women got to be all wrapped up, but Randall Orton and all of the fucking Trent in the world walk down that ramp in his underwear,
Jesus.
and I'm like, Saudi.
Well, that's because they're all gay.
I was gonna say, sounds gay.
It sounds real gay. Dude, I just got that Rogan stand-up thing showed up on like a short for me. Like the first time that Tony showed him, and he's like, dude, you're gonna love it. And he's like, anywhere else in the world but that ring, two dudes in leather underwear and shaved bodies rolling around with each other is
Yeah. Can't punch each other. What do they do? Smack each other.
Smack each
in the chest.
No. Right. So the pre-show.
Yeah.
The fuck is going on? Like, I'm not trying to steal some thunder if you haven't watched any other things, but like, they got to do something. They've got the women's tag team champion on the two of the top women in the company, and it's on the pre-show.
Yeah.
On the pre-show of a free show. I mean, they're all free, but you know.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I want to say this nicely, but I just think Jade needs more work.
She does. I don't want to hear a word from any, like, you know, all the AEW people that were like, look, Tripp's got Jade, and then 6 months, they don't know what to do with her. She should have stayed in AEW. No, thank God she got out, because holy fuck, she can't wrestle.
No, she's a good professional wrestler. I will give her that. I think if I were, in my amateur wrestling watching opinion, she needs to work on how to sell. Her selling is dog shit.
Right? And she didn't have to.
Well, that's true. I don't know. It's just, she looked better than she did in France, I think.
Yeah.
But it was just clunky and just kind of like, hey, Jade, over here. we're here now. So I don't know. She's got all the tools other than that. I mean, fuck.
You know, I wonder if, and this kind of sounds crazy, but like, I wonder if she literally is just having trouble with the crowd sizes.
Could be.
Like, that's a whole different thing. And nothing against AEW, but they're not. They're pulling crowds like that once a year, maybe. This is like the Saudi crowd's always big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could very well be. I mean, her first real big show was fucking WrestleMania, but she was in there for 4 minutes.
Right.
So I don't know. It could be, there's a couple different ways or a couple different things. They could just be putting, hey, tag title on the pre-show. Guys, watch it. Let's get more eyes on it.
True.
Because everybody else in the ring in there, I mean, Bianca's great. Indy and Candice are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So it could just be, well, we're going to put Jade on here because she's the biggest star in the world right now. And we're going to put her with, 3 proven competitors and, try to make her look as good as possible. I think the whole thing they're doing with Bianca and Jade is smart. Get her with probably one of the best, if not the best, women's professional wrestlers walking right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just say, follow her around for a year and get it together.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So, I'd like to think it was, I mean, they probably have their own buses at this point, but,
Yeah. Did
you know? Back in the day, they would be hanging out in a rental car.
Yeah, for sure. Like an old like 98 Monte Carlo. Just driving from town to town in. Yeah. It was a predictable match. I thought it was good. A good match. It was a good way to kick off the show. But it was just like, come on, Jade.
I thought their outfits sucked.
Yeah.
As crazy as that is, I was like, okay, like Indy and
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. I was going to say Indy LeRae. Sounds like a porn star.
Right. Yeah.
Like their outfits were cool. Actually, all the other girls' outfits were pretty cool, but like theirs, I was like, that looks like grandma crocheted a giant pink jumpsuit.
Yeah. It was like your grandma made your female cousin a Power Rangers outfit at home.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the Joanne fabric special.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. They only
But
had on that one.
I think Bianca makes all of her ring gear. So
okay.
she goes from making like, very minimal outfits when she wrestles to like, I have to make a whole fucking outfit, and now Jade's.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
But I just think they looked like fucking Thing 1 and 2 from Dr. Seuss. That's all.
It wasn't a great outfit, but yeah, what are you gonna do? You're kind of at the mercy of Saudi Arabia on that one.
Yeah. Dude, also, Michael Cole said something during the program that was like, it's hot. Or no, it was Corey Graves. He's like, it's hot in here. It sure doesn't feel like 75. And I was like, ugh.
Exactly.
Can you imagine just sitting inside a 75-degree auditorium? Like, it would just feel like going to a fucking school auditorium, but bigger.
Yeah. And bro, when he says it's hot over there, let me tell you, it's fucking hot. Hot.
Yeah, you know.
I
what
know.
am I talking about?
It's hot.
Yeah, it was like fucking 90 degrees at like 10:30 at night. Ugh.
And that's a reprieve.
Yeah, dude, it's not supposed to be hot in the desert at night. That's like
this is way off topic. But when I was on my way to one of the sandboxes, we had to stop somewhere. It was right around COVID time. So we had to stop somewhere and quarantine for 2 weeks. So I was just like, whatever. I know what my sleep schedule is going to be like over there. I'll just I'll just sleep all day and stay up all night. Right. Until that time, you got to get up in the middle of the night and or in the middle of the day and walk to the bathroom because you got to piss. And you just go outside and everything of the sand, the buildings, everything's light colored. So that sun hits it and you just walk out and you're just like, and it's also 130. You're like, oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So fucking piss just turns to dust the second it hits the air.
So bad. So bad.
God damn it.
No wonder they're all pissed off over there all the time. It's hot. So, but yeah, I thought it was a good match. It was a predictable match.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, they're not going to lose, but yeah, I would agree. Moving into the first match, Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch.
Fantastic match.
Oh yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah. Wonderful match. I thought, and we're going to talk about outfits. I thought Becky's was sick.
Oh
that
yeah,
kind
dude.
Of tiki blindery looking type thing. I thought that was cool as fuck. And the other thing I noticed, and I forget which one of the 12 fucking YouTubers I subscribe to that's about wrestling, they were talking about like, and I kind of agree. It was like Becky was kind of mailing it in a little bit the last couple weeks. She wasn't mailing it in this show. She was on fire. Oh, yeah, big fan of that match. And we got a new champ.
We do have a new champ.
We got Liv.
I'm trying to.
Yeah. While you do that, it's like Liv. We got Liv. Put the title on her. I think that's great. We progressed the little Dominic Mysterio storyline they're dealing with. I thought it was awesome.
Dude.
It's so good.
That's just going to be very good. I'm going to see if I can share screen.
Okay.
See if I can actually do it. Because there's something that I noticed with Becky Lynch. And yeah, dude, I'm just an asshole. Okay, let me have the fact that I'm an asshole. I'm just going to pull up a screen and you tell me if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a Shawn Michaels thing. It's just kind of it does like the that way.
It's boy, Jericho really fucked his eyes up. You know why his eyes are like that? Because he went through that glass thing during one of the Jericho shows.
Oh yeah,
and it fucked his eye up.
Sorry.
Shout out Shawn Michaels.
I can do that, right?
Can you really?
Dude, I can't do the Pennywise thing. I can't do it the other way, but I can do it this way. Well, I was talking to Hunter.
Oh, yeah. And,
just one of them, though.
Yeah.
I don't know how I learned how to fucking do that.
I don't either. Yeah, I'm like, hey, you gotta
just slowly fucking process. I'm gonna see if I can pull that off talking to somebody at the bank. Just like as I'm talking to them, just like slowly fucking
just for your own
like, yeah,
entertainment.
dude, I totally understand what you're talking about. You know, you could save like 42% interest.
I've done that. Not with this one, but with some exes in the past. They'll be talking to me about something, and I just lose interest, and I'll just start.
Yeah.
Like, are you listening? Huh?
Dude, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the Pennywise thing, so I can do that. So they'll be talking to me about like, well, I was doing my pre-evaluation for my students, and just have my fucking eyes just go.
Or
I listened to it.
kind of what we were talking about before we started recording. When your kid says no to go to bed, you just look at her and do that.
Yeah. You sure about that?
Oh shoot.
Liv Morgan wins. Liv Morgan wins, defeats Becky Lynch in a really good match.
Yeah.
I thought that I didn't know who was going to win. I hoped that Liv was going to win. I kind of assumed that she was, because the second Becky won, it was like, well, Becky won the title in that battle royale thing just to fucking have Liv winning on a fucking,
Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
It was a really good match, though.
Yeah, I almost wonder if that was the original plan, is to have Liv beat Rhea, and then Rhea got hurt. And so they just had to put on Becky for like that transitional champion. And then,
dude,
can
you imagine if that was Rhea in the ring and Dom slid the chair in?
Ooh.
Also, good fucking catch on that purple fucking bandana, dude.
Right.
Jeez.
Right.
Fucking gumshoeing over here, dude.
I can't take credit for finding it, but I was looking for fucking Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy shit, and I just saw it. I'm like, Easter egg. Yeah.
God damn it. That's awesome.
Little Easter egg, dude. Triple H is fucking good at that.
He is. He's also really good at telling people to shut the fuck up inadvertently by booking matches that people bitch about and then having them be stellar.
Barn burners.
Like our next match.
Yeah.
The fucking Intercontinental Title.
Which, by the way, 13 minutes. It wasn't very long. That's
God damn, it felt longer.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
It was great.
So much stuff happened.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I'm mad about, honestly, is the finish. Not the finish. Who won? Because I just don't fucking like him.
Nah, that's fair.
I'm just, especially fucking, I'm buying into the fucking, I'm being, whatever, fucking played like a fiddle by the by the goddamn company.
Yeah.
But I think it was Corey Graves said something about like, oh, he's great at pandering. It's like, yeah, he fucking is. He walks out in a goddamn, in his linens with his, whatever that's called. I know there's a name for it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Scarf, something.
It's like a.
He is Muslim though, isn't he?
He's Jewish.
Sami Zayn?
Which is funny.
I thought he was Muslim.
Yeah. Which is...
That's extra funny.
Funny. Yeah. Funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were saying on one of the... It might have been on Raw or something like that. But like, yeah, it's Sammy who has a, really great following in the Middle East. I'm like, he fucking does? How?
Oh. Well, okay, because he comes out in linens. White linens and...
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But very good match. Boy, that Bronson Reed can fucking move, can he?
Dude, he is gonna be. I mean, he is good, but like, goddamn, he's right there.
Ooh,
he's right there to get. I mean, he's not right there because there's so many more fucking people in line. But
yeah,
he's really, really good.
Give him a year or two, he'll have one of the big titles for sure.
He's gonna have an awesome run with it.
Yeah, they use him right. They got to use him right. Yeah. But he's proving time and time again. I mean, he can wrestle. He's a big, intimidating force.
Dude.
Good on the mic. Like
when he does the fucking the moonsault, I'm like, holy shit. But when he fucking did the suicide dive, damn.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was
lucky
wild.
You got fucking Chad Gable there to catch you who can lift 1,000,000 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet Bronze was like, oh, this is the only time I'm going to do this. And so I'm wrestling fucking Chad Gable, who's... I know everybody makes fun for being Shorty G. Motherfucker's like 5'9".
Oh, yeah.
He's not short.
No, he's not.
He's just a bad Vince character.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Which I got something to talk about after the last match to kind of wrap up some thoughts, but keep that Vince characters.
Yeah.
Yes, no, it was an awesome match. Monday is going to be interesting for Otis. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And it's good that Sami Zayn won because we're gonna have a great match at the SummerSlam.
Yeah. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I say we go full, and they are going full Kurt Angle with Chad Gable. It's working.
It is
Perfectly.
Yeah, yeah, it's
working perfectly.
Yeah, I will give that. That's hold on. Let me put this shit on. My bing bongs are fucking just.
Your bing bongs are
Shit.
bong binging.
My bing bongs are bonging. Yeah, no, it was a good match. Also, speaking of, like we were talking earlier, like Jay doesn't know how to sell. Bronson Reed is great. He fucking sells so well. Because that's one of the only haluva kicks I've ever bought in my life.
Oh yeah.
Ever. And like I was asking myself, like, did he just sell it really well? Or is it like I'm a big dude, so just fucking kick me in the face.
Kick me in the fucking head. Yeah.
That was awesome. The next match, the Queen of the Ring tournament. I'm gonna let you take. I'm gonna be honest. I was getting tired, and I kind of just I caught the highlights, but I kind of skipped through it. I wish I wouldn't have, because I heard it was a rather good match.
It was a predictable match. I thought the only shadow of a doubt I had in my head was if Becky won, they were going to do a Lyra versus Becky rematch, even though they're buddies.
Yeah.
But once when I'm like, okay, Nia is probably going to win this. But yeah, it was a good, big opponent versus small, agile opponent. And man, did you see the Annihilator?
Dude, the end?
I thought she killed her.
So did I.
I thought I was like,
yeah, dude, that was great. I particularly liked her. I liked the like award ceremony kind of at the end, right? Because it kind of felt like I don't know, people were cheering.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool because she really has had a shitty fucking time. Really. Yeah. Whatever caused her to fucking quit. I know she'd hurt a couple people, but I also think that some of that shit was just like, let's get that out into the story, into the news cycle to fucking sell crap. And
right. And I do think she was, I don't know. I thought she was a little rough in the ring, to say it lightly, before she got released. But
sure.
Man, she's been nothing but on top of shit since she's gotten back. So
yeah,
great, good on her.
I'd like to see her legitimately go on like a Beth Phoenix run. Yeah,
Amazon style.
Oh yeah, just
everybody.
Yeah, her and Jade. But that's the problem, is that neither one of them are really strong enough wrestlers.
Yeah,
Nia's not bad, but like,
right. Well, she's just limited in the ring. That's what it is.
In the ring. Yeah. That's why she has really good matches with people like Lyra, people that can help. She's gonna fight Bayley, and it's gonna fucking rock, dude.
It's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm kind of hoping she wins too.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. As big of a Bayley fan as I am.
Yep.
Part of me says yes. Part of me is like, give her fucking flowers and let her have a long run.
Yeah.
Because of all the women's champions, it's just like, oh yeah, Bayley is champion. Like, why is that? True. Why am I always forgetting about Bayley?
I think it's just that championship, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because I don't know, Io Sky had it for so long, and they're just like, oh yeah, she's the champion.
Yeah, right.
I forgot. Right?
Yeah. Well, that's what happens with the other champion being Rhea Ripley being so strong. It's just like, oh, fuck,
yeah,
that's right.
You know what? Damian Priest is going through the same thing right now, man. It sucks. It sucks for him. Like, he's champion. He got it in one of the greatest fucking top 2 greatest cash-ins of all time, at least at WrestleMania. I think there's only been 2, but
yeah,
still.
Yeah.
The next one, which you and I were kind of talking about, the King of the Ring tournament, or the King of the Ring match, and like, either one of them can win and it's going to be awesome, but how are they going to do it to make them both look fucking strong? And holy shit, they did.
They did it.
They did it awesome. I can't fucking believe that Gunther kicked out of an RKO.
I know.
Jesus Christ. He is you are reaching Hulk Hogan protected powers at this point, dude. Nobody fucking kicks out of the RKO.
He kicked out of it, and then on the second one, he rolled him up and won.
Yeah.
Did you see the big controversy about it, though?
Oh, yeah. So
good. I'm like, okay, you can have him rematch, but
Well, I know. I think Triple H came out and just said, like, listen, you know, they'll get another round because they should, because it was a good match.
Yeah.
It was a really good match.
I watch them wrestle every week.
Me too.
It was awesome.
Me too. You know, I was commenting, or I didn't know I was going to. I just didn't send it. Just my comment was going to be like, listen, pick up a physics books. Shoulders that big, both can't be on the ground at the same time. What the fuck you're talking about, dude? Jesus.
Yeah. I wonder if they like went for the roll up and they're both just like, uh-oh.
Right, dude, listen, Randy's fucking shoulders are so big that if he gets a stinger, it takes 2 business days for his fucking fingertips to go numb. Like,
You'll be 2 days later, be like,
God damn it. Oh yeah, I got hit in the neck Thursday. I forgot.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a great match. I think Gunther's going to be just, I mean, that just pushes him right to the moon.
Yep.
Continues to push him to the moon.
I think so. You know what? I was actually thinking he got a little pudgy.
Maybe.
Just a teeny tiny. No. I think for the better, because you got to be realistic about things. Like, you need to have a little bit of, you have to have mass to pick up heavy fucking things.
Sure.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I think he lost too much weight because Vince was going to fire him for being too chubby.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, he's gone. I can
fucking have a lettuce wrap every once in a while.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers on the same diet as me.
Yeah. I'll be really interested to see, because we did see Drew McIntyre's medically cleared. So at Clash of the Castle, we're doing Damien versus Drew. And boy, if Damien wins that fucking match in Ireland.
Dude, so that's, I was thinking about it, because it's like such a no-brainer that Drew's going to win. Unless fucking
will do it.
Phil Brooks shows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't, like, that is still, it's been a little quiet for a couple weeks, 2 weeks, right? But that is a massive match.
It's huge.
It's fun too, man. Drew is awesome. Media shit.
It's the
so
best.
good, dude. It's so good. And I don't know, man. That's gonna be like my early prediction is CM Punk shows up at Clash at the Castle and costs Drew his title redemption in front of his hometown.
Yeah, well, CM Punk already teased it too. He said, I don't care if I got to go all the way to fucking Clash at the Castle and kick your ass, I will. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
That might be the setup. Have him and Drew and Damien wrestle at Clash of the Castle. Have Damien win, and then set up CM Punk versus Drew at SummerSlam.
Yep. Yeah. They don't need a belt. No. There doesn't need to be a belt involved in that at all.
No.
And Damian Priest and Gunther can put on a fucking show.
Oh, yeah. They've done it multiple times.
Yeah, I know they have. Shit. Like, anytime I think about, like, Damian Priest and how good he is, I just think about how great he made Bad Bunny look.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And going in with someone who's just awesome. But you know what? I like, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you want to see a fun fucking match. WrestleMania 39, Drew versus Sheamus versus Gunther. And just watch them actually beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, dude. That was insane.
Watching, I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Right? All right. Wrapping up the card was a match that was way more fun than I thought it was going to be.
Dude, I don't like Logan Paul, but boy, can that little fucker wrestle.
Jesus Christ. Dude, this, like, honestly, he scammed so many fucking people. His fucking Prime Energy drink is a scam. It's not a scam, but, like, they're like, oh, it's electrolytes, but it's the wrong electrolytes. I don't know if I ever sent you.
Yeah, it's Kool-Aid.
Well, it's sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like all potassium and no salt, and what you need is all salt and a little bit of potassium.
Exactly.
Right, so it's fucking, but whatever. It does taste good.
I've had it before. It's fine.
And it is better. It is better for the kids to drink than fucking Mountain Dew Baja Blast. So
fair enough.
I'll get that.
Yeah.
But I think he found the perfect fucking career path for himself. He's so, first of all, he's just so good.
He's so good.
Stupid fucking good. Like, you give this guy 10 years wrestling, he's going to be one of the top 5 wrestlers ever.
He'll win.
Like, just ever.
Yeah, I could see him having that Universal title in about 3 years.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Easily.
You know what, dude? Like, for all the bullshit, like, this dude goes every fucking year to Saudi Arabia and loses.
Mhm.
He loses. So, I mean, I know he's the champion. He's doing a good job with that US title, man.
Yes.
Like, he really is. He's winning in kind of sneaky ways, but
Mhm.
you know, if you're like a more than casual wrestling fan, you know that he's really putting a shit ton of work in.
Yeah.
I thought they had a fantastic match, dude. I
was
loved his
wonderful.
fucking like, I'm Logan Paul, bitch.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen, and then just
Yeah.
immediately took the fucking stiff receipts right from Cody.
Yeah. And then at the end when he closed it out, Cody went,
yeah.
I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch.
I'm Cody Rhodes, bitch.
Yes. Yes.
Dude. Oh my God, I loved it.
And
everything about that match was great.
Braden brought up a good point. I didn't know the inverter breaker was banned. And I was like, holy fuck, it's a sick looking move.
It's a great move.
But if there's two people I want to trust enough to fucking do it without killing somebody, it's Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul.
Yeah, literally.
Wowee.
God damn. Also, we gotta taste the fucking camera nerd in me, dude. The fucking production that's going on now to have the fucking little sky cam go around him.
Yep.
Oh, that was great. The Triple H spit in the air. No, I mean, dude, he's just so fucking smart. That's why he's doing so well.
Yeah.
He's so smart. He does that. And then when it's in slow motion and he's doing his frog splash, he's surrounded by the fucking mist of his spit, and it looks even he's fucking let's
He's got
go,
it.
dude.
He's got
Jesus
it. You're a
Christ.
piece of shit, Logan, but boy, can you wrestle.
God damn. I'm
Yeah.
trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that like maybe he was a piece of shit.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. You know what? Listen, take you and me. I would say that we're pretty good people, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, we are.
now.
Yeah, now, okay. But like, try and tell me what you would do if you had like an immediately easy way to make $20 million.
Horrible things, John. I would do horrible things.
Exactly. Much more than fucking create a goddamn fake crypto game.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, it's like you're fucking, I don't know.
Yeah. So all in all, I think I'll give it a solid B. Solid B show.
I was thinking B plus. And the only reason B plus is because 2 of the 5 matches were way better than I thought they were going to be. And that's the Intercontinental title and the championship match.
Yeah.
Were both leaps and bounds better than I thought they were going to be.
Yeah. And for me, like every match that I watched, I was entertained. So I'm like, all right, I'm behind it. It was great show. What were you talking about now that we're at the end? Bad Vince characters?
I was reading something, one of these like, random fucking Facebook wrestling groups that I get like just that show up on my timeline with horrible takes. But this one was actually a really good take, and it was like, yeah, Vince is terrible. He should be gone forever. Triple H is doing an amazing job. But the one thing Triple H doesn't do very well is create good villains.
Yeah.
And the only thing that WWE needs right now is to just fucking be the undisputed best at everything is one good Vince villain.
Yeah.
Because we don't really have it, but we could. We could soon, and it's probably going to be Chad Gable.
I agree.
Yeah, we're just kind of in this weird area where it's like, oh, the baby faces. I don't want to say the baby face is all one, but like Damian Priest is the baby face compared to Drew McIntyre ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. It's a weird match because they're both technically kind of heels, but
yeah. But you can have great fucking. I mean, listen, if Randy had won, we would be talking about Randy versus Cody Rhodes is going to be, which that's going to happen anyways. Some point in time, it's going to happen. I don't know what's next for Cody. Actually, I'd like to kind of end on that. Like, what's the next thing for him?
I don't know.
Who's he fighting at SummerSlam?
Yeah, they could just do something like what they did here in for bringing Logan Paul in. It's just Nick. I'll just be like, all right, here's your next opponent.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of Yeah.
Ellie agrees.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah Bear. Would it be possible for Ellie to not be right at the top of the steps? I'm gonna get it. Fucking why don't you help my parent?
Oh boy.
No, she's cool. That's actually just her like, hey, what's going on voice.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Wrestling, huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She shit on the floor the other day, dude.
I know.
That's how my fucking Thursday morning started.
It's never a dull moment, is it?
It's not, dude.
She's always like, oh,
it's like I'm just
right.
like taking a shower, and she's like, I don't want to be in this PP diaper anymore. Takes her diaper off within 4 minutes. Takes a fucking dump on the not even like she just took a dump on the hardwood floor.
Spending too much time playing with them dogs is what she's doing.
Plus, dude, anytime she finds thank God she doesn't pick it up. That was always the problem I was worried about. Is she gonna run around the corner? Because Callie poops on the pad.
Yeah.
Right. No, now she runs around the corner and she goes, no, Callie poop. All right, dude. Also, her name's Eddie. I think I've told you that a million times, but it's so funny. She can't say her L's, so she just goes, Eddie Thirsty.
Eddie Thirsty.
Yeah. Now, so now I just call her Ed.
Ed.
Yeah, it's weird. All right, well, I think that's that for this wrap up.
Yeah.
If you guys enjoy the video, like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more. We'll try to get these out once a week, but probably gonna miss 1 week a month.
Yeah, buddy.
Yep. All right.
Catch y'all later.